Hey, do you feel like you've already wasted your year, the whole 2026, just because January didn't go well as expected? Like parang, wala na, tapos na, talo na agad. Well, darling, I'm here to tell you that we're starting this year in February. Happy New Year! Hi everyone, I'm Niel and welcome back to my channel. Well, technically, welcome pa lang because this is gonna be my first YouTube video. So, hi YouTube, welcome to me. Hey.
This week,
A hot new bombshell enters the villa.
enters the villa.
To call me up. Now, if you're like me, who's starting their new year in February, or maybe just wondering, you saw this on your YouTube homepage, and you're asking yourself, why is this guy starting their new year in February? Well, surely, kung ano man pangalan mo, I have the answer for you. Basically, hindi pa kasi nagre-restock yung dream journal ko. So, ayun, I'm gonna start this year in February. Charot. Anatomy, ano na? Diyos ko, start of the year, aberya. Charot, joke lang po. Anyway, I think sobrang pre-process ko lang talaga yung January. Parang I really took that month to process everything what happened last year na itago na lang natin sa pangalang 2025. Diyos ko, day. Also guys, I think of January as this grace period from the universe na parang, sige na, huminga ka muna, pagnilayan mo ang nakalipas na taon before we go into the actual New Year's which is going to be happen in February. Di ba nga? Totoo yung tanga! Now, if you're asking me who's starting their New Year's in February, well, the Chinese people. I mean, wala lang. Give na natin sa kanila yon. And practically, our ancestors din. According to my research, pre-colonial Filipinos tend to follow the lunar calendar. Tend to, hindi naman sa nagpapaka-unique ako, no? Pero I think February is like the month where you're looking forward for the spring, kasi nga natutunaw na yung mga yelo. Yes, kala mo naman talaga nagwi-winter sa Pinas. Pero according to my research, ganun din yung ginagawa ng mga pre-colonial Filipinos. Na parang they also follow their own lunar calendar wherein they follow the seasons, ganyan-ganyan, para ma-monitor nila yung pagsasaka nila. So, I think I'm just following what my ancestors did before. Meron akong kodigo dito. In fact, the word taon actually originates from the Proto-Malayo-Polynesian word tagun, which originally referred to a season, a year cycle, or a time of planting or harvesting. It is related to terms for a year or season in other Austronesian languages. So, di ba yung tagun, naging taon sa atin. In Malay, it's tahun. In Malagasy, it's taona. And in Hawaiian, it is kau. Also, ito din, in Bisaya or Hiligaynon, according to the Anchas Summer Dictionary, the word tuwi or tuwig refers to a year. Ibig sabihin, time of harvest or dryness or time of doing something. Basically, a year. It cognates with the Tagalog term tuwing, which means in repetition or in every blank, blank, blank. I think it gives that concept of recycling and resetting and restarting. RRR. Rejuve, reuse, recycle. But what's my point here? Why am I starting in February? Because basically, I'm just following the seasons that I'm experiencing in my life. Also, it aligns and following the Lunar New Year. Sa totoong buhay lang tayo, sobrang Asian ko na. And also, I just think that parang yung January kasi, based na rin sa collective census na nakalap ko sa IG stories ng mga kaibigan ko, na parang ang January nga talaga ay may latak pa siya ng 2025. Na parang yung mga hindi nagawa nung last quarter ng taon, yung buhos niya nasa January eh. So I think February is actually the New Year's and actually the time to slow down, process, and actually digest kung ano mga nangyari last year. And, you know, priming our brains na parang, eto na tayo. Let's move forward to 2026. Let's go. Fine. Speaking of Lunar New Year, natutunan ko sa TikTok School of Horoscope na yun nga, last year nga daw pala a year of the snake. And of course, when it comes to the imagery of the snake, di ba, nandyan yung shedding, pagbabalat. Technically, ang ibig sabihin nun is like, we're taking off the old skin and here, coming in with the new, with the horse. Now, sabi nga uli sa TikTok School of Horoscope, as we welcome 2026, the year of the horse is also about being true to ourselves. So basically, to my understanding, wag niyo ako i-quote dito bakla first video ko pa lang. Pero coming from the year of the snake, which is very internal, pinaprocess natin ano yung mga nangyayari sa buhay natin. Basta, it's all internal. It's a conversation that we had to have with ourselves. And I think the year of the horse is very external, wherein we're actually harvesting the things that we have planted from the past year. Gets ba? Feeling ko naman kasi gano'n, di ba? Parang lahat kasi tayo dusang-dusan ng 2025 eh. Kaya ngayong 2026 parang okay, let's harvest all the good stuff. Ganon. Ganon siya. Ganon ko siya rin minamanifest na parang okay, this year, just ko pinahirapan ako ng 2025. So parang 2026, let's go. Grab tayo ng grab. Let's already harvest. Ayan, ang daming puno sa aking paligid. Mag-harvest lang ako na mag-harvest na. So sabi dito, the year of the horse daw refers to being true to ourselves, the horsepower, consistency, and momentum. So meaning, with this energy and mentality, we move and rise, we change and align with our inner desires because doors will definitely open for us. Diba? Ang ganda. Very optimistic yung outlook ko sa taon na to So, 2026, baka naman, tandaan mo 2026, ikaw ang gumagawa ng grades mo. Taga-compute lang ako. With the imagery of the Chinese zodiac, no? Parang, the snake, ang tagal nating nakalinkis. Hindi naman dapat tayo nag-hold on. So, ang tagal nating nakalinkis doon. The year of the snake asked us to let go, to internalize and really think of our lives. And right now, the year of the horse is asking us to rise. Diba? And go run. Run! Also, one thing pala. Chika ko na lang din. One thing why I truly resonate with the Lunar New Year is that ako lang ba? Charot. Hindi lang naman ako. Back when I was 6 or 7, back when I was 6 or 7, palaging pinapalabas sa Disney Channel yung Zodiac, The Race Begins. So, nasa Disney Channel yon. I think sa buong Southeast Asia siya pinapalabas during that time. It's a Singaporean movie explaining the Chinese Zodiac. So, very, very favorite ko talaga yon. Kaya nung mga 8 or 9 years old na ako nung lumabas na yung Ni Hao Kailan, ay, kilala ko na silang lahat. Ayun, age reveal. Ako lang ba? Basta comment down below nga kayo kung napanood nyo yun sa mga batang laki sa cable. Kaya naging bading. Sky Cable, baka naman. Pero, besides sa pagiging mapamahiin, for you guys to get to know me na lang din, no? Let's start the year by setting a theme. So, for context, I'm not the type of person kasi who does resolutions. Like, bitch, what's there to resolve if I'm already perfect? Diba?
Gaga, you look so
Diba?
good.
Right? But I function more kasi yung resolutions, nagagawa ko siya ng, kunyari mga quarterly lang. Kunyari, parang during this specific month, I'm gonna do this, ganyan. So, mas napapanindigan ko siya kung bite-sized pieces yung resolutions ko. So, ang gusto ko talaga whenever I start a year, para mas nararamdaman ko yung taon with intention, I set themes. So, for example, 2019, ang theme ko that time is to lead with light. Kasi ako yung naatasang maging Pangulo or President or Chief Executive Officer. Officer ba talaga? Chief Executive lang. Chief Executive ng Program Council namin. So parang to lead everyone in my program during college, I had to lead with lights. Yun yung programming ko sa utak ko during those times. Kumbaga, tignan mo siya as a software update. Kunyari, ano ka ba? Naka Mac OS Sonoma ka ba? Naka Mac OS Tahoe ka ba? Something like that. Gumagawa ako ng mga ganong eksena sa utak ko just so that mas kalkulado ko kung paano ako magpa-process for the rest of the year. Tapos, 2020, pandemic. So, ayun. Ako uli yung presidente. So, lead with light uli. Next is 2023. That was the time that I first started working. So, yung mga panahon na nagtatrabaho ako, ayun na te. Ang theme ko sa mga taon na yan ay, also in 2024, I think I carried that on. Ang theme ko sa taon na yan ay, ang taas. Kasi nga, syempre, di ba, first job mo, you're manifesting high salary, ganyan-ganyan, mataas na kalidad at antas ng pamumuhay. Pero feeling ko ang mali ko lang doon, hindi ako naging specific kasi ang taas din ng hairline, tumaas din ng blood sugar. So, dapat maging specific din tayo na parang, okay, ang theme ko last year ay ang taas, pero it should be specific. Last year naman, my theme was Dead Madela. Basically, I'm just trying to be nonchalant. Na parang, okay, it happened, then it happened. Na parang, if you fight me and if you say 1 plus 1 equals 48, okay, you win. Dead Madela. Diba? Diba, Sir Jed? Pwede naman labubo.
Ganyan niya,
Anyway, what is my theme for this year? Okay, this year, ang tema po natin, nasa sa inyo na lang din kung i-adapt nyo, no? Pero personally, my theme this year is differently. Basically, when I do something, I'm going to ask myself, what are the things that I'm gonna be doing differently? Ano yung mga bagay na gagawin ko differently? Kunwari, magpapagupit na ba ako? Think differently. Nakpahabain mo na uli yung buhok mo. Parang ganyan yung mga internal monologue ko sa sarili ko. Always thinking differently. Kasi nga gusto kong magpaka-unique. Gusto kong lagi akong out of the box eh. Gusto ko sobrang niche ko eh. I think thinking differently really is about rewiring my understanding. Parang, okay, these are my instincts. Pero, what can I do differently? Ayun siya.
Ganyan niya,
Basically, yun, parang every time faced with a task, I'm gonna ask myself, how am I gonna do it differently? Also, when it comes to health pala, I'm gonna call out myself. Kung last year, sisig yung nilalantakan mo palagi, why not this year, dinakda ka naman? So, you know what I'm saying? Ina-eme-eme ko lang kayo. Basta, alam ko naman ng mga fast learners ang viewers ko. Well, hindi ko ba kayo kilala since first video ko to, pero minamanifest ko na my viewers are already fast learners. Which brings me to my point wherein I'm going to discuss my ins and outs this year. Grabe, ang lakas ng hangin, te. Sorry po, sorry kung over yung audio na ito, pero I have my código here. So, out na ang unintentional consumption, in ang creation. Because I feel like I really need to go back in creating, doing stuff with my hands, since feeling ko yun yung nawala sa akin after I started working and after graduating from college. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Out na ang AIM dash and in na ang very human semicolon. Out na rin ang worrying about tomorrow. And in na in ang valuing what yesterday has left behind. Diba? Out na rin po ang vaping. At in na in ang inhaling. Narinig nyo may sipon pa. Out na rin po ang buying groceries. Sorry, Landers. Buying groceries at in na in ang growing herbs from pots. Feeling ko grabe talaga yung trip ko sa Vietnam. Napaka-transformative niya. I'm gonna delve on that on another video. Pero yun, napaka-transformative ng trip ko sa Vietnam wherein, okay, I can live sustainably. Basta, didiscuss natin. Kung gusto nyo, tune into the next video at mag-subscribe kayo syempre. Okay. Out na ang pagbabayis at in na in ang pagsusulat. I will not expound further. Out na rin po ang save to watch later kasi feeling ko ang dami ko ng wina-watch later sa YouTube. Videos like this video you're watching right now, watch it now. Yun ang in na in ngayon. Out na rin po ang hindi pag-a-upload sa IG stories kasi baka hindi nakakatawa. Okay lang. Ang in ngayon ay pag-a-upload kahit hindi nila get snack. Di ba? I-upload ko na yan. Sorry na lang din talaga kung hindi nyo magets. Maybe I'm just too niche. By the way, yun, i-follow nyo ako sa Instagram. Nakakatawa ako sa IG stories, guys. At Niel.Strada. Out na rin ang living below your means. And in na in ngayon ang living above your means. I will not expound further either. Out na rin ngayon ang secret goals na hanggang notes app lang. At in na in ang acting on ideas ASAP. Out na rin ang waiting for the right moment. Because in na in ang having the audacity of a white man. If you're traveling to Southeast Asia or if you're Southeast Asian and you're bombarded by white travelers all across TikTok or in real life, you know what I mean. Out na rin po ang ageism at in na rin ang ageism. I saw this on TikTok. Kinopya ko lang din. Pero basically, out na yung pangdadaot sa mga trentahin. Iwan na yun sa nakalipas na taon. Pero also, in pa rin sa akin yung ageism sa aspeto na basically we're being ageist to those young people who think na just because they're young, tatanda rin kayo. Tatanda rin kayo. Sa totoong buhay lang. Again, aging is a gift. Out na rin po ang mga hauls. I'm so sorry. Hauls leading to another out, consumerism as self-care. Na parang, dead man na dyan. I don't know. I just don't vibe with hauls kasi feeling ko it's really a way for them to sell you something. Usually things that you don't need. So for me, out na yon at in ang media literacy. Yes! Kailangan alam na alam po natin paano mag-identify ng fake at hindi. At kailangan din po natin matutong mag-identify what's AI and what's not. And to cap this off, ayun, may cap. I just wanted to say that we're about to change the course of our lives this year. Papalo at papaldo tayo ngayong taon.
Totoo yung tanga!
Full on horsepower. That's why we keep on winning. Because we're doing things what? Differently. Not just because it's the year of the horse. Kailangan nating makipagkarerahan sa mga peers natin, sa mga kabatch natin. Huwag ganun, te. I think it's time also, since it's the year of the horse, it's a reminder for us to put our blinders on just so that we can focus on our own pace at hindi tayo tumitingin sa miles at kilometers na narating ng mga kaibigan natin. Kahit nakita na natin yung Strava success stories nila sa kanilang IG stories.
Ginanyan niya,
Again, this has been Yel. See you again next week. And if you have video recommendations, comment it down below. Go ahead. I support you. And remember, let's run at our own pace and never get tired of giving yourself grace. Can I get an Eme up in here? Eme, kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Tara, takbo! Let's go!